first commercial fire that I've been on before. The first time that we went into that building, it was hard to see exactly what was going on. We were able to see a little bit because of the inspection cuts that the truck had made on the roof prior, so that allowed some sunlight to come in. We had gotten in there and we were told to find the hot spots. So, like we have our thermal imaging cameras. Those are our hot spots. And then obviously if you visibly see fire, we were supposed to put those out. Commercial fires can be huge, obviously, the size of that building you saw, and they can go badly quickly. So to have the resources and people there to essentially put a stop to it as efficiently as possible, that's why you saw all those rigs there today, because it was technically a third alarm. And once we went back in the second time, there had been enough smoke pushed out. I'm assuming from the PPV. We had a bunch of fans that were put out, but then also there was a significantly bigger hole in the roof now, so more smoke was able to exit. And we had been doing hydraulic ventilation in there the whole time. It was like night and day. I'm like, oh, I can actually see what's going on in here. And it was interesting to see all the things that we had missed, the first time going in, because we're kind of just like blindly following the hose and trying not to trip over anything. You can only do work for so long, right? Your bottle runs out, or one person's bottle runs out, the whole crew has to come out and you got to recycle. It's just a lot of bodies needed. I changed out my turnouts after that fire. One, I'm just pretty conscientious about those things. I think everyone knows the increased risk of cancer, multiple dozens of forms of cancer amongst firefighters. And as someone who worked for the Firefighter Stair climb, which raised money and awareness for leukemia and lymphoma, for me, that's something that's very important to me. Anytime I'm in a fire that had a lot of products of combustion, there was a point in that fire while we were in it where it was dirty smoke. It wasn't just steam. It wasn't just conversion. And especially because I was essentially laying in it, sitting on the hose, and whatever had fallen from the ceiling that is now in the standing water is now soaked in my gear. So for me, it was no doubt that I was going to go back and change out my gear. Yes, we put our turnouts in the extractor. And we actually have a fancy new pack washer. So when you see the extractor and then the dryer on the opposite side. Have the opportunity to work at my dream job at the department in the community that I grew up in, that was really important to me. Prior to applying for Lacey, I was a volunteer at another district, District 6. So growing up, I had a lot of family friends that were in the fire service, admiring the people that I knew in my life as a kid that were in this profession. I was Chief Harn's neighbor. So I felt like I knew a lot of people that were in the fire service, and I admire them as people and who they were for their families and what they did. I also used to be a nationally competitive cyclist for 10 years. And after I graduated, I started working for the Leukemia and Lymphoma Society's Firefighter Stair climb. So I threw a huge event every year with a small team of people to raise millions of dollars. For 3 years, I was heavily involved and around firefighters from all over the world that competed in it. Now I'll check my actual mask and make sure it's all good. When it comes to doing inventory or just checking off your rig for the day, there's daily inspections, right? Things that you need to check every day. And then there's our weekly inspections, things that with a daily though, I start with a walk around the rig looking for any damage that, maybe I didn't notice last shift, but no one told me about, or I didn't hear the story behind, or, just to make sure it's been documented or that someone knows about it. In the fire service, there is no differentiation in regards to male and female standards for physical tests. Prior to applying for Lacey, we had to take what's called a CPAT. It's the physical test that you have to do. And for male and female, it's the same test. Strength-wise, I have coworkers that are stronger, far stronger than me. Females as well, not just males. But I would say in regards to what's required or expected of me, I would say it's the same thing. So. All right. Service with excellence to me means that I come to work every day ready to serve the public with a smile on my face. The matter of fact is that to someone, it's an emergency. Whatever the reason is, it's an emergency to them. And you signed up to do this job. In fact, it was probably the one thing you wanted to do in the world and you were so excited about it. So come to work with a good attitude, because we have it really good. Like, people say all the time, like, you get this job and you won the lottery, whether it's a medical call, whether it's a fire. I'm trying my best to be a professional in this field.
You don't want to go ahead.